My favorite part about the uniform is the pants.
My favorite part of the uniform is the coat itself.
My favorite part of the uniform are all the pockets.
My favorite part of the uniform is the cape.
My favorite part of the uniform is the beautiful shiny buckle.
My favorite part of the uniform is the overlay.
I think the favorite part of the uniform for me would be like just the hat.
What would be my favorite part of the uniform? It would be the plume, of course. Hi, I'm Sami Saya. I'm a third year in band and school, and I play the trumpet. Probably my favorite memory with the uniform happened on the LA trip my sophomore year in Cal Band. We were going against USC, and with USC not being the best sports in the world about everything that Cal does and about anything that anyone else does besides USC, we decided, hey, you know, we want to really show that California pride that we were just really, really well known for, you know? So they really emphasized, hey, be as snappy as possible, be as crisp as possible. And I said, heck, I'm gonna do that exact thing. So, you know, that Saturday morning rehearsal, I came onto the field and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give the best snaps of my life. I'm gonna give the best hops of my life. So I hopped and I felt a slight breeze and I was like, oh, it's a little weird, but I'm gonna keep going anyways, go Bears, right? So I keep marching. After that first run through, I realized, oh no, there's a huge tear in my pants. What am I gonna do? So I start freaking out. I'm like, oh gosh, this is terrible. What's gonna happen? Oh, I'm gonna get points. I'm gonna get ulted. I'm not gonna play big game. That's gonna be so bad. But, you know, there was a really obvious solution, and that was just go to Easy, who was the uniform manager at the time, and have them repair it for me. And you know, they did that very quickly, very efficiently, and it was like no trouble at all. I think that moment right there was really sort of the perfect representation of what Cal Band means to me. And it's that, you know, as a Berkeley student, life's gonna be really hard, life's gonna be stressful. Sometimes, you know, everything's just gonna be falling apart at the seams. But it's really Cal Band that gets me through the day. You know, it's the people in Cal Band, the relationships that I've made, the family that I found, that really helps put me back together when I need it the most. And I think that's something really special. And I'm proud to be a Bear. Go Bears!
My name is Aria Franco. I'm a fourth year in band, fourth year in school, and I play the trumpet. My favorite memory in uniform is when we beat USC at their home stadium when I was a junior. It was so exciting. And there was a lot of lead-up stress with my uniform, actually, because I was silly and I forgot my hairpins. My hair is very long. And it was really bad because I had to run around looking for bobby pins right before the game started. And then I found out I had left the pocket on my uniform bag open and my spats had fallen out. So I was missing spats too. So from head to toe, I was a mess in my uniform already. And then after all of that got sorted out, I finally got to the game. We supported the team the whole way through. It was so exciting. And we finally won. And it was just like amazing. So much energy, such a great time. And I remember walking across the field and me and my friend Josh stopped and took a selfie with the scoreboard in the background. And I remember just being so proud to be in my Cal Band uniform on their field right after we beat them. And it was an amazing, amazing time to have.
My name is Huynh, and I play tenor drums, and I'm a first year here in band and at UC Berkeley. My favorite memory of the uniform happens on game day. And after our percussion does our warm-up, we stand in a gauntlet and we wait for the band to come up on sprout steps and run through. And when it finally happens, all I see is our cape and our colors and our banners just flying, and it's the most magical thing for me to know that I'm a part of that.
Hi, my name is Urbanbata. I am a first year in band, second year in school. I play the trumpet, and my favorite memory about the uniform is when I had to take a midterm while wearing it. So it was a Friday night game, and I had a halftime show spot to perform. So what I had to do was go straight to the midterm with my whole uniform on, take it. I kind of rushed almost, knowing that I had to go to halftime. And then I ran all the way up to Memorial from VLSB, which is very steep. But it was worth it because I really enjoy bands and I always love to perform.
Hi, my name is Sandy Lee. I'm a third year in band and third year in school, and I play the mellophone. My favorite memory in uniform is my very first game in freshman year. We were marching down, and we do a mellow thing called break off. So all the mellows go in one line, and we passed by a florist shop who was so gracious to give us bright yellow sunflowers that matched perfectly with the color of our capes, and I think that was just a beautiful moment.
My name is Angela Yan. I'm a third year in band and school. I play the mellophone, and my favorite memory in the uniform is actually from this season when I was performing in the dance block for a Shakira show. And it's my favorite memory because being in a marching band, you usually associate the uniform that you march in with marching and playing and performing at halftime shows. But for this particular show, I got to participate in a dance block, and it was amazing seeing the crowd's reaction when we marched off the field in our uniforms, put down our instruments, took off our hats, let down our hair, and walked back onto the field. The crowd went wild when we started dancing, and it was such a good experience, so much fun, and a little different from the normal marching band experience, which I really love about Cal Band. And this is actually the show that Shakira had posted about Cal Band on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter about, so it was great to kind of know that Shakira saw me in my uniform dancing in the Cal Band performance.
I'm Shannon Kai.
I'm Ravenna Culver.
And I'm a third year piccolo.
I'm also a third year piccolo, and we're your 2019 uniform managers. My favorite uniform memory, so we had to fit everyone at the start of the year, and it was 2 weeks. We were spending like 10-hour days in the uniform room. We were both just exhausted. I think the night before the first game, we both stayed up till like 2 or 3 a.m. And then our call time in the morning was like 5 a.m. So we were like at the end of our ropes, just like really trying to make it through. But looking around on Saturday morning and really at the game, and seeing everyone in uniform, you know, there were a few people in band that we fitted them for like half an hour, but it just looked really good, and it was really nice to see all the hems and everything just come out nice.
On a slightly different note, at OSU homecoming game a few weekends ago, a person from our Newman class came up at the end of Sproul Steps, turned around and showed me this huge rip in his pants. Like the seam had come apart and it was just open. So I ran over to Ravenna and told her the situation, right? I laid it out and we sprinted over to the UM room, got inside. Ravenna's fumbling around in her uniform pocket for the keys, opened the door, and then we got one of the extra uniform pants, pulled them out, and raced back to Sproul, and he had the right pants for the game. He didn't have to march with split pants. So I think it really reaffirmed our dedication to the job, and just the fact that even so far into season, we would go to those lengths for it. Yeah. I think being uniform managers has been a really special experience, and to, I don't know, help make the band look good and show our pride even more. It's been a really great privilege.
I am Urbanbata. I am a 4th year in school, but a 1st year in band. I play the glockenspiel, and my favorite memory of the uniform would be this. So on the very first game, it was really hot outside, and we were about 10 minutes from going out and doing percussion warm-up, which is where we go out and all of percussion comes out, and well, you know the spiel. But it was really hot outside, and we didn't have water. So I decided to go outside and get some boba in full uniform in front of everybody 10 minutes before percussion warm-up. And that's exactly what I did. I thought I was gonna be harassed, not gonna lie, because my uniform. But it turns out, just wearing the uniform made it such that all of these people, Cal fans, current students, even small children with their parents, would say "Go Bears" or say "Cal Band Great." And that made me feel really good. It made me feel like I was a part of something very special. And even the cashier at the boba place was like, "Go Bears," as soon as I bought my boba. So I ran back, did percussion warm-up, and that memory is gonna stay with me until the day I die.
Hi, my name is Anthony Mercado. I am a 3rd year in band, 4th year in school, and I play the trumpet. My favorite memory about the uniform was the first time that I was able to try it on. So I remember that week very, very clearly. It was a really, really rough week. We had just learned our first show and pregame all at the same time because it was a 1-week show, and uniform fitting was a couple days before the game. And so during that week it was super hectic, but it still didn't really feel like anything because we hadn't performed in front of a crowd of people yet. But when I got my uniform fitted, I put it on and I looked into the mirror, and that's when I realized that this experience is real. Like, putting on that uniform made the Cal Band experience real to me, even though I had already been in the band for a few weeks now. And the most important part about that was looking at myself in the uniform made me realize I am a part of something way larger than I was before. And realizing you're a part of something greater than you are is really, really special. And the Cal Band is really special.